this video, we're going to take a look at the campground at Tahquamenon Falls State Park in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Camp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. Today we're going to do a review of the campground at Tahquamenon Falls State Park in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And actually, this video will be on the Rivermouth Campground. There's multiple campgrounds at Tahquamenon Falls State Park, but one of the really cool ones is where you can stay right at the Rivermouth where the Tahquamenon River meets Whitefish Bay Lake Superior. So that's the campground we're going to take a look at today. We stayed there as part of our 2022 summer road trip. We had a fantastic time at Tahquamenon Falls. If you want to see the video of our camping trip to Tahquamenon Falls State Park, I'm going to put a link right up here. But other than that, guys, let's get right into the review. Tahquamenon Falls State Park is located in Paradise, Michigan. And it's indicated by the green icon on the map. It's not very convenient for a lot of things. You have to get up into the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, but it is well worth it. Tahquamenon Falls State Park is a large state park with lots to see and do, lots of hiking trails, lots of waterfalls, just an incredible park to explore. The Rivermouth Campground is indicated by the red arrow, and it's at the far eastern edge of the park, and it's located where the Tahquamenon River flows into Whitefish Bay Lake Superior. Let's take a look at some of the restroom facilities. The main restroom facility for the Rivermouth Campground is indicated by the red arrow, and it's centered in the main portion of the campground. This is a really nice restroom facility, as you can see by the picture of the outside of the building. And the building is divided into a number of rooms. There's a men's restroom and a women's restroom, a family restroom, and then separate shower facilities. So we're going to walk into the men's restroom here so I can show you what it looks like. As you can see, there's sinks and mirrors, hand dryers on the other side, and then you're going to have some urinals as well as some bathroom stalls. And some of the bathroom stalls are handicap accessible, as well as a baby changing station in the handicap stall. And that's a look at the men's restroom. And they were always clean when we were there, really nice. So we're going to take a look at one of the shower facilities. So there's a bunch of these separate showers. So you have your own privacy. You walk in, the light kicks on. There's a bench and an area to change clothes, as well as a shower area. So as you can see, those are pretty nice places to take showers. Here is the shower and restroom for handicap use. So this is really nice. It's nice and big in here. You can definitely get a wheelchair in here. And of course, a handicapped accessible commode, as well as shower. And you can see there are two levels for the faucets, high and low. Sink and mirror, really nice handicap shower and restroom facility. There are also a bunch of pit toilets in this campground, and they're all indicated by the red arrows on the map. And we'll take a look at some of those. So this is basically what the pit toilets look like. Most of these are in the primitive section of the Rivermouth Campground, but there is also one by the playground. So these are the ones that are in the primitive section of the campground. So as you walk along the river and along the primitive sites, you'll see these pit toilets, as well as water access for the primitive areas of the campground. And that's a look at the restroom facilities for this campground. This campground has a playground. Check it out. The playground for this campground is indicated by the red arrow, and it's right on the Tahquamenon River, offering great views of the river as you watch your kids play. And here's the path from the main portion of the campground into the playground. And this playground is pretty old school. It consists of an old metal slide, which were awesome when I was a kid, but as you can see by it sitting in the sun there, it would probably burn your behind if you got on it. There's a nice bench by the river there, so you can see the metal slide, and then as I pan the camera around, you're going to see the swing sets. So definitely kind of an old school playground with just a slide and some swings, but an awesome view of the river. And there are the swing sets. So just a nice, simple little playground for kids to play. This campground has an amphitheater right next to the river. Let's take a look. So if you're camping with a group or you have scouts and you need use of an amphitheater while you're camping, there's a great little amphitheater right next to the river as indicated by the red arrow. So as you walk from the campground, you'll see a little sign that says amphitheater. And then there it is. So you have a little picnic table and a fire pit and a little house there, I guess, where you can display things. I think those doors open up. Other than that, you would need to bring camp chairs because there's no benches to sit. But as you can see, it offers a great view of the river while you're doing your scouting program. Let's take a driving tour. For our driving tour, we're going to start off on the main road and enter the campground. We're going to follow the path with the red arrows. So the first thing we're going to do is come off the main road and head towards the check-in station. This campground is marked with signs on both sides, but it is easy to miss. As we make our way in here, you'll see the check-in station right ahead of us. Off to the left is some extra parking if you need it. And we're going to hang a right towards the main campground. If we went straight, we'd go to the primitive camping, but we'll go down that way in a little bit. And as we head down this road, you're going to notice off to the left here coming up will be a place to get rid of trash, as well as the dump station for RVs and travel trailers. So off to the left there is the trash and dump station, and we're going to drive through there again so you'll be able to see it. And as we make our way down this road, pretty soon we're going to be entering the first part of the campground. It's a beautiful park with a nice drive in. Okay, so we are entering the first loop of the campground, so we're going to hang a right. And these are one-way loops, as you can see by the arrows on the pavement. So as we come around the corner, site number 1 is going to be on our right where that truck is, and site number 2 is on our left. And as we go down, we're going to go down to sites 18 and 19 along this road. So we're passing site 10 on the left there. You can see the numbers on the pavement. Site 12 on the left. Site 14 on the left. Site 16 on the left. There's site 18 on the left and site 19 on the right. I really like site 19. And as we come along the curve here, you can see the river off to the right. Lots of access. And then we're going to do sites 20 through 36. So So we're passing site 24 on the left. That was 23 on the right. Off to the right there is some parking and access to the restroom. Passing site 30 on the left. There's a spigot for water. Okay, and now we're going to follow the red arrow as we do the other side of the main RV campground. So as we make our turn, if we hung a left there, that would exit the main campground, but we're going to continue to go where we want into the main campground. And so we're going to hang a right here. And as we go down this road, we're going to pass sites 37 through 53. Another water spigot off to the left. We're passing site 42 on the left there. On the right is the restroom again. Right across from the restroom is one of the camp hosts, so if you need any assistance, you can stop there. There's site 46 on the left. As we make our way down, it's a really nice spot on the right there, site 53. And then here is the pit toilet off to the right, and then down that path there goes to the playground off to the right. As we make our turn around, we're going to go past sites 54 through site 70. So that's site 60 to the left. So as you can see, this is not a very big campground. There are a lot of primitive sites, though, that we're going to drive by next. It's another really nice site off to the right there. I think that was 69. And then there are two pull-through sites off to the right there, and those are sites 71 and 72. Okay, so we're going to make our way out of the RV campground and then down into the primitive sites. So these sites offered a lot of shade, really nice. They had electric hookup, no sewer hookup though. Obviously there's a dump station, and then we used water spigots to fill water jugs. So here is the drive out. And so this time coming up on our right will be the dump station. And so we'll drive in here, take a look at the dump station. So here's the dump station on the map. And as I mentioned before, this is also where you throw away your trash. So as you can see, there's 2 lanes. So hopefully the line isn't too long, especially if you're leaving on a Sunday. And then this little map here shows you that there's 2 places to get rid of trash. So one at the dump station and then one along the road to the primitive campground. So there's the dumpsters and the recycling on the right. And we're going to head out to the campground entrance road. And if we hung a left, we would exit the campground, but we're going to hang a right and go toward the primitive sites. As you can see, the road turned from paved to gravel. There is the other place to get rid of your trash. There's lots of wildlife in this park, so you definitely don't want to leave your trash out or anywhere where animals can get it. You definitely want to keep your trash locked away and keep your site clean and all that stuff. So off to the right there is a trail towards the playground, and we have now entered into the primitive campground where we're going past sites 101 all the way down to site 136. So there are sites on both sides of the road. Obviously right here we're pretty close to the river, so there's no sites to the right. But as we make our way down here, the first site off to the right will be site 110. So these sites are really nice, really private. Most of them are pretty big. There's a water spigot off to the left there. There's a pit toilet there. So these are great for tent campers or folks who don't need electric. So we just passed site 110 off to the right. And then there's also a little camper cabin off to the right here. It's just out of the frame. But you can rent that as well if you want a little camper cabin instead of setting up a tent. I think we just passed 116 off to the left there. As you can see, there's another water spigot and another pit toilet. So these sites don't have electric hookups, so if you need electricity, these sites are not for you. I don't think generators are allowed, at least that's my recollection, is that they don't allow generator use. There's another water spigot off to the left there as we come down towards the tail end of the primitive camping. There's one more water spigot off to the left there, and I think there's a... Nope, there's not a pit toilet there. I just checked the map. So here is the end loop, and guys, the sites along this little end loop are awesome. This site off to the right here is site 133. What an awesome site. If you can get that site and you like some primitive camping with privacy right on the river, that is an amazing site. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to follow the road back out so you can take one last look at the primitive campground, and then we're going to go past the check-in, and that'll be it. So we've completed the little loop at the tail end, and so we are working our way out. There's also a little fishing platform off to the left where you can fish, or you can even launch a kayak, I think, from there. Not too difficult if you bring a kayak or a canoe. But as you can see, the sites on the left there are sites 129, 128, 125, 123, and 120 are the sites on the left. So if you want a water view or water access, you definitely want those sites. If you're looking for more wooded sites, you can get the sites off to the right. There's also canoe and kayak rental, so you can rent something from the check-in station if you want. Go explore the Tahquamenon River. The last time we were here, we brought our boat and we cruised up the Tahquamenon River. It's quite deep and you can navigate it for quite a long way. There's the camper cabin off to the left, by the way. Really neat little camper cabin. I tried to take a look at it, but I couldn't get in it. It was locked. But if you bring a boat or some kind of watercraft Cruising up the Tahquamenon River is quite a treat. It is a beautiful river, wild and scenic. Caught a nice pike in the river when I was fishing with my boys, so if you have paddlecraft or watercraft and can bring it with you, I highly recommend you take some time and cruise up the Tahquamenon River. So we're coming towards the end of the primitive campground. And the last sites that'll be on the left up here are sites 102 and 101. So they're right there off to the left. So if you want river access or a river view at the beginning of the campground, you can definitely check that out. Off to the left there is the path to the playground. And now we've exited the primitive campground and we're heading back toward the check-in station. If you stay straight on the path, there's the dumpsters for trash. If you stay straight on this path, it'll turn to paved road, and that'll take you to the main road that exits the campground. Well, guys, that's a tour of the Rivermouth Campground at Tahquamenon Falls State Park in the Upper Peninsula, Michigan. You definitely need to add Tahquamenon Falls to your bucket list if you are camping anywhere in Michigan or even the Upper Midwest. I highly recommend it. It is a fantastic place to stay. Check out the falls, see Lake Superior. It's awesome. So guys, Camp Outside exists to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. We want to help you get you and your kids outside. That's why we do these campground reviews. We also do gear reviews, tips and tricks, how-to videos, and a whole lot more. So if you like this content, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos. Guys, thanks for watching Camp Outside. We will see you next time.